My name is Samuel Robinson. I'm a senior at Morgan State University, majoring in multimedia journalism. The title of my project is Undocumented, Unfraid. It's about DACA and its impact on an African student. Enjoy. When you think of DACA, also known as Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, who do you envision? The Obama-era policy introduced 7 years ago protects over 800,000 young immigrants from deportation. Through DACA, these immigrants have integrated themselves into American culture and contribute to its economy. However, its fluctuating status has been the source of protest nationwide and is now what divides political pundits as well as family members on both sides of the aisle.
Yes, so my name is Jeffrey Nolan. I work for the U.S. House of Representatives right now as a communications director for a member of Congress. But previous to this, I was working in communications for a civil rights organization called LULAC, which is the largest membership-based civil rights organization for Latino civil rights in the nation. When you look at a lot of the news stories, a lot of them focus on Latino immigrants because that's the biggest share of people who are affected by DACA. But there's a lot of Asian communities that are affected by DACA. There's a lot of African communities that are affected by DACA, and a lot of people in the Caribbean as well that are affected by DACA. One of the things that we prided ourselves on is building coalitions, and a lot of those coalitions were with other organizations that were not Latino focused, but were focused on the issue of DACA.
The majority of Americans correctly assume that most DACA eligible youth are Latino. Latinos represent 76% of the total DACA population in the United States. However, depending on where you look, you are likely to find African and Asian DACA youth in the majority. Due in part to DACA aid organizations UndocuBlack.org and Casa de Maryland, African DACA students have found solitude in the United States where there was none, and safe spaces to call their own.
So I came to the United States at the age of 12 from the Ivory Coast. I came here with my mom. We came straight to Baltimore because I have an aunt here. And basically back then I really didn't know that I was undocumented or anything. I was just I went to school here. I did my final year of middle school here, high school, college, and all. So it was everything. And then I found out I was undocumented when I was applying to college in my senior year of high school. When DACA came in, I was able to be under DACA as well, and I started school at Towson in 2014. In the beginning, it was really hard to get the institution at 4-year colleges, but with the help of other people from the organization, we was able to get that situated basically. We really don't see a lot of us, but it's almost about 8,000 of us although it's a small amount, but it's about 8,000 or even more of us that have DACA. Like from the African immigrant perspective is more of, I would say, we scared. We're a little scared because we don't know. We don't have like, for example, in the Latino community is very strong here, so they have ways that they can help each other out. In my personal story, there wasn't really a problem, but I know for a lot of people that don't have the information and that you can pay taxes while you're undocumented and all of that, it was a lot of problem for them, and they probably wasn't able to get DACA and all of that. I don't know what's next. So I don't know how with work, school, or anything, I don't know how it's gonna it's gonna be a big effect because now now I'm like, I go to school, work, and if I'm not doing any of those things, I will feel like I don't have anything because I will not be able to support my family. I will not be able to support myself, and it will be really difficult. I work to pay for school basically. Like I save all my savings, and then now that with DACA we are able to get a return basically, but with that, it all goes back to school, because I know school is gonna be my number one. Everything goes back into the system, and we don't see anything we really can enjoy it. We're just grateful to have DACA, because without DACA, we don't know where our lives will be right now.
In April of 2018, a federal judge in Washington ruled for the reversal of DACA's repeal, allowing current DACA youth to renew their status. But in that same shocking order, the judge also ruled that Trump's administration must accept all new applications from immigrants who may have not been in the United States when DACA was repealed the first time.